The next rate decision is going to be next week, and the markets is already expecting a 25 basis point cut. But it kind of seems like they're trying to force it, right? Because the White House administration, they're talking about firing Jerome Powell, adding somebody else as the chair that is more likely to cut rates. And looking at the markets right now with no real actual reason for expecting rate cuts, but pricing in almost 100% chance of a cut, it kind of seemed forced. But I just would not be surprised if we still have these numbers next week and the Fed still pause and they still continue their hawkish pause stance. Today, we had US PPI data, which came out higher than expected, but this is also inflation. The Feds also focus on this data. So earlier this week, we had CPI, which did come out mixed, but the markets did overreact with those expectations that they should still cut anyway. The only weaker data that we had was very bad NFP numbers, and the revision numbers of NFP coming out lower does increase the odds that the Fed should do something, right? Because if you keep interest rates at those high levels, it's going to cause recession. It's going to put a struggle into the economy. So this is why Trump is trying to pressure Powell to actually cut rates. When I was trading live with my private group, US 30 did have some very good sells after a higher US PPI print. Why? Because higher inflation increased the odds that the Feds might pause rates. And that is bad for the stock market. So this is why those sells actually played out. But now, are we going to see continuations? Maybe not, because it seems like the markets is already making its mind, but it's something that we have to pay attention to. And just don't forget about the US dollar, because with higher inflation, this is why the dollar actually rise today. But with those rate cut expectations is still pushing the markets, we're probably going to see dollar get weaker. But we just have to be cautious, all right? Because anything can happen. But this is why you have to pay attention to economic data, news events, and just stay on top of your fundamentals. If you guys need any help, just send me a question below.